Hey guys, you're watching E128. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Theme Park. We're back over at the sort of farmyard area of the theme park here, where we're doing a lot with the sort of farmy style animals. We're sort of theming this corner of the map. And today we're going to be doing something with cows. We've got pigs, we've got horses and donkeys and mules and whatever random one you get. And today is going to be cows. Now, originally a subscriber or viewer, one or the other, sent in a comment saying that maybe you should do something with milking cows. We all know that if you get a bucket and you click on a bucket with click on a cow with a bucket, don't click on a bucket with a cow. If you click on a cow with a bucket, you get a bucket of milk. It's a pretty useless item in the game. The only real use, I think, is to get rid of potion effects, which I do in creative, but I never in survival carry around a bucket of milk in case I get poisoned by a cave spider. It's a pretty useless one. So if we can make a mini game out of that, it'd be really cool. Now, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about the idea, and I was thinking about parkour to get to cow. Okay? So that's how we're going to make the game fun to play, is a bit of parkour. Everyone likes parkour apart from me. So we parkour up to the cow. You click on the cow with your bucket. You get your bucket of milk. You then come all the way back down or jump off the parkour wherever. And then you come back to the start here. It's going to be a two-player game where we then have a sort of vat set up. I don't know a lot too much about farming, but there's usually going to be a giant cylinder, if you like, of milk that the farmer fills up. It pumps out of the cows and then fills up the vat. Now we can do a sort of a vat using lamps to show how full it is. I'm thinking about using iron blocks as well. So if we had like a vat, this is just the front of the vat with 3 lights, as there'll probably be 3 cows, something like that. No, wait a minute, we're gonna have to do it. I'm thinking ahead here for the redstone. We're gonna have to do it like that, maybe. So if that's the front of the vat, and when you put one bucket of water, one bucket of milk in, sorry, it lights on the first one, then the second one lights the second one up, the third one lights the third one up. Now, in principle, that sounds pretty simple. The only trouble is when it comes to doing it with redstone, it makes things very, very difficult. I'm not joking you. So what we're going to do is we're going to get everything that we need, which I think is going to be that. And we're going to have a line coming out. This one, when this block is powered, it's going to light up the first lamp only. We need to be very careful that we don't light up multiple lamps off the same trigger, if you like. So where do we want to put the milk in? We could put the milk in here. So if we have a nice dispenser, it sort of matches in with the iron. It gives us 9 slots to be able to put milk into. Now when you put a bucket of milk, let's do an example here. When you put a bucket of milk into a dispenser, each one you put in lights up 2 pieces of redstone. This one is... oh, wait a minute, we need a comparator there. Like that, and then add one to the end. There we go. That's better. It lights up 2 pieces of redstone. As you can see, these 2 are lit, but these 4 aren't. If I then grab another couple, and I put the next one in, now we've got the 4 of them lit up, but the last 2 aren't. And if you put the 5th one in, all 6 of them should be lit up. That... we'll figure that. We'll fix that. Don't you worry about that. Okay, so let's take this one out as well. I just need to get rid of that. Take that out from there. So knowing that, we can now put in a repeater here and line it up with that one. Now, this redstone is subject to change, but now when we put one in, we get the bottom one light up. Now we need the second one. So the second one is going to be here. As you can see, it's not being lit until we put the second one in, and then it's lit up. So this one needs to hook up to this lamp. Now, things get very, very tricky, very, very fast from here. Oh, I want white. I don't... oops. I want white. I don't like red for my redstone placement. I like white, and then I know what I've got redstone on. So this one, if we place a torch there, it lights up only that lamp. If we place one on top, it's going to light up both lamps, which we don't want. So we need to be very careful for the third one of where we're going to place that. So how do we now get this one lit up? Well, it should be still quite simple, because I think I know what I'm doing. That's why. Okay, so then we need to invert the signal like that, and then have that going. Oh no, we need to have that signal like that. Yeah. Okay, so there's the second one, and if I take these, I need to get rid of something. Let me get rid of the iron, just for the moment. There we go. Get these 2 buckets of milk back. I'll also get rid of the redstone lamp and replace that with a bucket of milk. So, first one goes in, first light comes on. Second one goes in, second light goes on. And now it's the third one, and this is a tricky one. What we're going to do is we're going to place a block there with a repeater there. So the third one that goes in will then light up that repeater. Ta-da! But now the tricky bit is getting it to hook up to this lamp. Because wherever we place a block, like as I said, if I place a block here, it already turns on and off because it's now made like a burnout. Yeah, it doesn't power the one that we want. So what we're going to have to do instead is actually place a block here, and then have a redstone line going into this iron block that I'm looking at right here that my crosshair is on. Which means that we've got to have, probably, if we go up, it might be easier. Oops. Like that. Place redstone down here. Don't worry about it joining up, because we can unjoin it, like so. And then have this one come down. That one. Now the bucket of milk is in there, so we want that light to be on. So if we do, oops, that is currently off. We need to invert the signal somehow, somewhere. Anywhere will really do, to be honest. In fact, we could do that and then place a block on top. There we go. Okay, so out of a very simple idea, it is quite a lot of work. But now we have bucket 1, oops, lights up the first light. Bucket 2, ooh, cursor, lights up the second light. And bucket 3 lights up the third light. Wonderful. Now we can concentrate on making this a little bit more vat-like. If we wanted to, we would have to, I'm just thinking about doing a little bit of a shuffle. It could make things really difficult. I'm thinking about having the dropper here. It doesn't need to be a dropper. I mean, you could use a chest, but if you use a chest, you can't open it with a block above it. That's the only problem. Ah, yeah, no, that loops back into each other. No, we can't do it. We're going to have it there, unfortunately. That's not really too much of a problem. But then we can have that there. I'm just trying to make it look a little bit more like a giant milk vat. Like so. The rest of it we can hide up. We can put a barn on the back or something like that, or milking machine. And there's plenty of ways that we can hide up redstone, that's for sure. Okay, so then we'll have this like that. Now, do we want like a piston on the top to go up when it's done, or something like that to say, haha, he's won, it's full, sort of thing? We could have a milk pipe coming out of the top here, like that. And going to somewhere, maybe to the cow parkour or something like that. I just want to add a few more blocks around here just to make it look a little bit of a better shape. I really don't like it at the moment. Like that. Like that. And then put this back on a higher level. You can make this look like how you want if you're building it at home. But that looks okay. That looks a little bit like a milk vat, at least. I sort of like the feel of it. Is there any way that we can make it look a little bit more like milk? I'm thinking about making it glass, you see. But glass, you'll be able to see the redstone. That's the only problem. But what we can do is like put a sign on here. I need to get a keyboard for my Xbox. Milk low. Oops. Milk low. And then milk medium. Oops. It does a Y, doesn't it? I thought they fixed that bug. Milk half. Well, no, it's not half though, is it? No, we have to do medium. It's not half when you got 3 lights, is it? Medium. And then milk full. And whoever fills it up first is going to win. Milk full. Okay, so then you just have to build another one on the other side. I'm not going to do that on camera because we've already done it once. But that looks okay. Milk low, milk medium, milk full. And then where do you get the buckets? Because obviously we don't want to... If you put empty buckets in here, yes, it's going to work. In fact, if you put a stack of something in there, it would probably work. But we're going under the presumption that people aren't going to cheat on our game. So let's take these out. Now, where do you get the buckets from? Do we want to have something in order to get the bucket in the first place? Probably not. Probably not. No. What we'll do maybe is have... We could have a little tiny barn. Oops, in the middle. We're going very farmyard in this area. So why not go farmyard all the way? I want to do it there. And... there. I just want a little tiny barn. And I'm thinking about using this acacia. I'm really liking the acacia for barns at the moment. I don't know why. And then I want to get a barn look on this. This is going to be tricky. Let's go with what colour ceiling? Like maybe a spruce or a dark oak. Let's go with the dark oak. I like using these new woods. And a dark oak there. And then we want that to go there and there. That to go on the outside there, and there. Stairs on top. Stair there. Like that. We're making a barn style top on this. So we want another full block on there. Slabs. Oh, stairs. Sorry, I keep saying slabs. That one. That one. And then we just go straight to stair. And stair there. Oops. You can have a stair in the middle. And then I'm going to put slabs on top. Like that. That now allows you to fill the middle in here. You could have a window in if you wanted to. I think that looks pretty cool. There's a little... Yeah, that's a cute little looking barn. Nice, thin, small barn. Basically, we just want something to hold the buckets in. That's all we need. So we could have like a chest there and a chest there. With 3 buckets in here. 1, 2, 3. And 3 buckets in here. We might make a rule that you can only take 1 bucket at a time. Or something like that. Wonderful. And then you'd have that going up there. That going up there. I don't think you really need any windows in the side. Well, you could put a window in if you wanted to. But it needs to go there. You could put like a window in like that, couldn't you? And then put some fences in between it. I'm thinking about dark oak fences just to contrast against the acacia wood here. Fences, dark oak. There. And there. And then just fill up the back. Exactly the same as the front. Oops. Take that out for the window. That goes like that. Yeah, and then the roof would finish off the top of the barn. And then it's the parkour for the cows. So the cows, what we're going to do for this is... Well, we might as well stick with this sort of colour theme, I think. We could have 1 cow up here. And we need a way that if you fall in, it's not so bad. So what we need is something like this. Yeah, this could be quite a cool colour scheme, actually, for this. If we do that... Oh, my phone's ringing. I should be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. That's completely thrown me off my track. Spam phone calls, hey? Oh yeah, I remember where we were. Let's get some... We were talking about the colour scheme. We'll have this under here. How are we doing for time? We're doing okay. Okay, so this goes under here just to make the platform look a little bit nicer. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the cow up here. Okay, but we need it so the cow can't get out in any way. So maybe we add another one of those. And then have the cow in there. Where's cow? There's a cow. The cow can be in there. Or do we have fence posts? Like, maybe acacia wood. I'm trying to get a nice contrast between the acacia wood and the dark oak. Oh, that looks much better. Yeah, that's a much better pattern. Sorry, cow, you're going to be stuck up here forever. He shouldn't despawn up here, I don't think, because we placed him. If he does despawn, we'll just place him back down and then give him a name tag. And then they can't despawn. But we need a way to be able to, if we accident... Well, can we milk him from out here? Can we milk? Have we got a male cow? I wonder if you can't do it in creative. I got to sneeze. Choo! 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 I wonder if it's because on... Yeah, okay, so you can't do it on creative. That's very interesting. That's probably a bug. In fact, I can't see why you wouldn't be able to. But that's no problem. Okay, so... We never actually answered the question. Can we milk him from out here? I expect we can, but we'll just double check. Survival. Oh, I chucked the bucket. Oh, I got a bucket of milk. No. Oh, I can drink it. That's a good idea. There we go. Yeah, okay, so easy to milk it from up here. Let's go back into creative again. Alright, so he's stuck up there, and then we just make a parkour route up to it. But each side is going to have 3 cows. We can't just have 1 cow because there's a cooldown time on how often you can milk it. I think that might be changed, but as far as what I can remember when I have milked cows in the past, in Minecraft, not in real life. It's not like a daily event where I just go out and I just go and milk a cow. No. But from Minecraft, I think that there's a cooldown time of like 5 minutes or something like that. So maybe I think we need to have 3 cows. That's what I'm trying to say. 3 cows for each. That's 6 cows in total. All in little pens like that up in the sky. Maybe 1 easy one to get to. 1 medium one to get to. And then 1 difficult one to get to. By doing that, we can potentially bring in a little bit of tactics on what one do you go for first. Do you go for the easy one first to pile the pressure onto the other player because they know that you've already got one? Do you go for the hard one first because once you've done the hard one everything's a little bit easier? Or do you go for the medium one first because it's sort of in the middle and then decide if you do the hard one or the easy one later on? I don't know. It's a tough one. Let's put some trapdoors on here. Oops. Like that. Like that. And then like that. And like that. Wonderful. I'm thinking about just getting some torches. I'm sort of in one of these titivating moods now. Whoops. Oh, shoot. There. Nope. Ooh. I sort of did like that. Just as a... Yeah, that looks okay, actually. Mistakes were made, but they were happy mistakes. Oh, I can't do that now. There we go. Yeah, wonderful. Okay, maybe there instead then. No, that doesn't look good. Hold on. Let's get some of these. I'm just trying to dress this barn up in a really cool way. Make it a little bit of a feature to it. We just don't want it to look like a boring barn. That looks okay. I think. One on top. Couple of fence posts up the side, maybe? No, I don't like that. What if we flip that round? That looks pretty cool if we swap that with the dark oak. What if we done that as dark oak as well? Remove that. That. I like that. Not quite sure if I like these on the front. I think I'd rather just have a trapdoor on the side. I originally just wanted some torches on here. I'm getting so distracted. There. But the rest of the minigame is pretty simple. There's not really much more to it apart from a little bit of parkour building. That's a nice little barn. I like that. Okay, let me just jump off camera for 5 minutes and get down the other milk vat and some more cow bits. And I might even put the parkour in because it's not going to be that hard, is it? I should be back. Okay, I'm back. I'm just putting down the symmetrical parkour right now. Oh, no. Ooh, shoot. Like this. And then maybe up and around the corner just as a last one because you can't milk them from there. Oh, that's actually pretty hard. I didn't realise how... Okay. Yeah, okay. So that's good for the medium one. And do the same on this side. So we went like that. I'm sort of building it together in time with each other. And then there. Wonderful. Oh, and by the way, look at the vats. I just made them longer. Oh, hang on. That one should be... like that. Oh, so should that be. Whoops. Okay. That probably means we need a bigger pipe. No, the pipe can stay there. Why not? But anyway, both vats are now in with the same redstone, the same signs, everything like that in it. But all the redstone's completely hidden now, which is great. And I just put the pipes going into the barn. I didn't really know where else to put it. So they just come in here. And then we could probably just lead them straight down to the bottom, like down there. Oh, and let's just put in a floor down here as well, and a door. Maybe do we want a door on it? That's a funny noise. That was a deep in thought thinking noise. That was. Put a torch on there just to get some light in here. Keep it lit up. Yeah, I just like it like that, I think. Okay, so we've got the easy one, which is just a nice simple jump, jump, jump up to that one. The medium one, now we have to hope that people don't cheat. Oh, this is actually, that's pretty hard. Oh.